Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Edwin, the Comic Jabroni, coming at you again with another new comic book day pickups video. Yet today is Thursday. Yesterday was, of course, New Comic Book Wednesday. Went by my local comic shop and picked up a few books that were on my pull list, as well as a few books that I had my eye on that weren't on my pull list, and I was just kind of hoping that they were up there on the wall. And I got pretty lucky. I spoke about a few of these last week. So in this episode, I'm just going to show you what I picked up, if there's any significance to any of the books. Plus, Sunday for Father's Day, I went by my flea market that's right down the street from me, and I was able to pick up some books there. So I'm going to show you the new comics. I'm going to show you what I picked up at the flea market, and I'm also going to talk about what's coming out next week that I got my eye on, what's on the pull list, and which covers you really should be on the lookout for. As always, here's a couple of my graded books that I like to showcase off of my videos. That Tomb of Dracula #10 I've shown off already. That's gonna be that first appearance of Blade, and then on the left hand side I got that Iron Man 282. That's the first appearance of War Machine. So without further ado, let's get into this. As always, we're gonna start off with the independent books. We're going to start with Image, and actually there's only 2 Image books this week. I'm going to show one from last week that I went by and I picked up because there were people online talking about it. This is Oblivion Song #4. I have not been picking up Oblivion Song, but online, on different forums, people were talking about this book because it is a secret variant because of this frog. There were 2 different covers, and a lot of people didn't notice, but one of them you can see, and then this one here has the frog on it. So one without and one with the frog. I don't know if it's going to have any significance. I don't know if it's going to pick up any steam, but at cover price, I'll pick it up. So that's Oblivion Song #4. A book that I talked about last week is this Shanghai Red #1. I think that's just such a nice, like, deep red color on that cover. I love that cover. Have not had a chance to read it, but it's gotten pretty good ratings online. So I'll be checking this out today after I make this video. So on to Marvel. I picked up a few books. We got 3 books here. First one being Amazing Spider-Man 801. This is the last Spider-Man written by Dan Slott, and it's going to be the last of the legacy numbering, right? So all these really high numbers, they're done with Marvel. Now they're going to restart everything back at 1. So Spider-Man #1 comes out in July, I believe. Again, beautiful red cover. I love these covers. Moving on to X-Men. I picked up the polybagged X-Men Gold #30, and this is the classified variant. People were talking about this one again on the forums online. So I haven't been picking up X-Men Gold, but because of this J. Scott Campbell classified variant, I decided, well, let me go ahead and pick one up. They had 3 of them in the shop, so I was the first person in the store. I'm going to take one. It has already been spoiled online what the cover looks like and what the actual story is. And they used this poly bag because they didn't want you to know, Marvel didn't want you to know what the story was, who's actually getting married, because it isn't Colossus and Kitty Pryde. It was somebody else. So here's a spoiler. I'm going to show you the cover right now. All right, moving on. Picked up Champions 21. This is a key issue right here. Actually, 19, 20, and 21 were all 3 at a little 3-part key issue run. This one is the first full appearance of Snowguard, just a new hero. I would definitely, if I were you, I would try to go to your local comic shop and pick those 3 up. 19, 20, 21 if they have it. It might not be as popular as that Thanos 13 was when everybody was going back to the store and picking it up, but you never know with these heroes. You never know who they're going to use, and I've said this before. Marvel sometimes picks from deep down in their bag of tricks to put somebody in a movie. You never know when this could be a character they put in a movie and this book heats up. So Champions 21. All right, moving on to DC this week. I got 4 books here for you. First one I'm going to show you I really got it for the cover. Like I've been saying, DC has been killing it with these Green Lantern covers, and a lot of their B covers. They've been killing it. So this is I think the name of the artist is Warren Liu. I could be wrong, but he did the last Green Lanterns cover as well, the last B cover. So Green Lanterns 49, beautiful cover. This is actually already, this came out yesterday. It's already going on eBay for $10 with $5 ship. So like a $15 book to $20 book already. And I don't believe there's anything significant about this book except for the cover. This next one, I got the Batman Prelude to the Wedding. I've been getting these every week. I've been showing them off. This is Red Hood versus Anarchy. You know, that Batman Catwoman wedding is coming up July 4th. So every week they've been doing a one-shot with these. Next week, I believe, next week is going to be the last one-shot. And I'll show that off in books upcoming next week. I like these. I actually read this one. I know it's open still, but I read this one. I like it. I think the best one so far has been the Nightwing. The Nightwing versus Hush. And then in a close second has been Damian versus Ra's al Ghul. But this one's pretty good too. Way better than last week's Batgirl versus Riddler. I like this one. This was in third place. I got Batman 49. And this is going to be a little off from what I usually get because I'm usually a B cover, and if you watch other people's videos from this week, you're going to see a lot of the B cover on this book. I did not get the B cover because I did not care for it. Give me thumbs down. That's just my opinion. I like this cover because it had the Joker on it. I'm a huge Joker fan, so any cover with Joker, I'm going to pick up because as I've noticed, going through back issues and looking at other stores that have Joker covers, anything with Joker on it, they always sell for a higher price. Down the line, go anywhere, anything with Joker is always a hot seller. So pick this book up. This is the last issue before the wedding issue, which is going to be number 50. And I think, for me, the book of the week is this Justice League number 2. And the reason it is because there's a first appearance of a new Lantern in here. Now, if you've been following Justice League and the solicitations DC was putting out, and a lot of people online were putting out that Justice League 3 was going to be the first appearance of John Stewart as the Ultraviolet Lantern. That's a whole new ring, whole new Lantern Corps. Well, this issue has John Stewart as the Ultraviolet Lantern. And actually, I want to open it up and show you. Now, if you get to your local comic shop and go pick one of these up. And I think I'm going to go actually today and go pick up more. Because you just never know. You never know with these lanterns. So there's Sinestro. He's got the Ultraviolet Lantern ring on. And he tells John Stewart that he's going to be his first Lantern. Or his first recruit. So, this page, you see John Stewart right there. Your darkest self shall be our knight. Wield the sword of unseen light. That's a first full appearance right there of an Ultraviolet Lantern. I don't care what anybody says. And he says it at the bottom. I am John Stewart, head of the Ultraviolet Lantern Corps. So, there you go, guys. That is the first full appearance of the Ultraviolet Corps. DC is moving into the unseen light. As far as I know, and what I've been reading up is, lanterns have always been an emotional spectrum of colors that you can see, right? Green and yellow, red, blue, purple. They had black, white lanterns. Well, now they're moving into the unseen light, which is the ultraviolet and gamma and X-ray. So this is ultraviolet. We may soon or whenever, we may be seeing a gamma lantern and an X-ray lantern. That's just my opinion. That's what I've been reading online. This is a definite book to go and pick up, guys. Okay, so that's it for this week as far as the new comics that I picked up. Like I said, I did go buy my a local, very local. It's right down the street, a flea market, and I spoke with a buddy of mine who's there. He's always got books to sell. He said he had some really good new books. So I said I'll go by and I'll see. So I wanted to show off the independent books first. As you know, I love Joker and I love Batman, but I love me some Ninja Turtles too. This is the old school, November 1992. This is the first run of Ninja Turtles. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 53. This is part 4 of 13 of the City at War. And the big thing with me, with these 3 I'm about to show you, is it completes my run of this City at War. Now I have all 13. I can finally read that whole story and understand what's going on. And this is the first appearance of Karai, which is Shredder's daughter. So that's 53. I already had 54, which I have graded, and I'll probably showcase that one off in my next video. This is 55. And there's 56, and that's Karai. So her first appearance was in 53, and that's her on the cover of 56. Moving on into Marvel, picked up this Marvel .1. This is the variant. This is actually the first appearance of Sam Alexander as Nova. Now, what's been super hot lately is Kamala Khan, right? Miss Marvel. Her first full appearance was in All New Marvel .1, which is not this book. I have a copy of that one. I don't have the variant, which is the 1 in 25, but I do have one copy of the regular. My way of thinking is, if that book gets super hot because Kamala Khan is going to be in a movie, why not go pick up these other Marvel .1s where they have first appearances of characters that I do believe will be in a Marvel movie at some point. Marvel is trying to get younger. So instead of putting the original Nova, an older character, into a movie, I'm thinking they're going to go with a younger Nova, like Sam Alexander. He's already been in cartoons. They're trying to get younger. Like they've shown this new Spider-Man movie that's going to be coming out with Miles Morales. They're talking about Kamala Khan as the Miss Marvel. Why not go with Sam Alexander? This is his first appearance. This is a cheap book too. You can go out there and you can find it for $4 or $5. Moving on, I got X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 122. This is the origin of Colossus, as well as a first appearance of Mastermind. Picked up Spectacular Spider-Man 87. This is when Spider-Man shows Black Cat he reveals his identity to the Black Cat. And a book I never had, which they made a ton of, but I just never had it in my collection, is Spider-Man 2099 #1. This isn't the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099, but it is his origin. Always wanted it because I like that cover. I dig that cover. Moving on to DC, a lot of Batman here. The last one is going to be the big one that I went to the flea market knowing I needed to get. But this is Detective Comics 869, just a really cool Batman and Joker cover. This is Detective Comics 881, beautiful jock cover. Like I showed you in one of my earlier videos, I do have that Detective Comics 880, which is the classic Detective Comics cover to get, right, with the Joker, Jock. But this is another one, beautiful jock cover. I love the way he draws these covers. Another Detective Comics. This is annual number 12. This is a classic Art Germ cover. And as I was flipping through the long boxes, I noticed this one, which I was surprised nobody had grabbed already, because I got there a little bit later than when he opened. Batman 24. This is not the A cover, this is the B cover, but it's still a pretty key hot issue. This is the issue when Batman proposes to Catwoman. So I do have a few. When this came out, I knew it was coming out. I knew what was going on. So I picked up a few of them at the local comic shop. But it's nice to have more of them because this is worth way more than the cover price, and which is what I paid. My buddy at the flea market, he never really makes me overpay for any books. He's really fair about his prices. So he gave me this book a cover. and it's selling for way more than that. And the book I really went out there to go grab, Detective Comics 261. This is the first appearance of Dr. Double X. It's a villain that they don't really use anymore, but it's still a villain nonetheless in the Batman universe. I went out there. He had a few older Silver Age Detective Comics books. Couldn't pick them all up, but I did want to get this one. This is the oldest book that he had. This is the oldest book now in my collection. This is November of 1958. I have a couple other 10-cent issues, but this has got to be my favorite. This is Detective Comics. Got Batman and Robin right there on the cover. So anyways, guys, let me talk about what's coming out next week for June 27th. Start with DC. First book I'm going to be looking for is this Teen Titans Special, #1. This is sold out online. People are speculating that it will be the first appearance of Crush, which is Lobo's daughter. So I'll definitely be out there looking for that one. I'll be looking for the last prelude to the wedding, Harley versus Joker. This is the last issue before Batman 50 comes out the week after on the 4th of July. Also going to be looking for Detective Comics 983. I'll be looking for the B cover on this one. Beautiful cover. I'll also be looking in DC for Flash 49, the B cover. Another Francisco Matina cover. Moving on to Marvel, only one book I'm looking for next week. By the time next week rolls around, I might be looking for more, but as of right now, Miss Marvel, #31. It's the B cover. It's sold out online. Beautiful cover. Everything Miss Marvel Kamala Khan has been selling for a premium. So if you get a chance to get your hands on a very cheap, right, cover price Kamala Khan cover, especially like this one, get out there and go get it, guys. And from the independent books, only one book as well, Image, I'm looking for Realm 7, the A cover. Love this Realm series. Last week I picked up Xenoburst #1, which kind of really reminded me of Realm, but it was an Aftershock comic. I think Realm is doing it better. They're not just doing dragons. I mean, they're doing goblins and orcs and trolls and all these things that you see in Dungeons and Dragons. They've come into our world, and now it's a post-apocalyptic world. Realm has been really fun. So anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, hit the subscribe button. I'm dropping new videos every week, at least one a week. Sometimes I'm dropping 2. If I'm feeling froggy, if I go out there and I pick up some new books and I have time to make a video, I'll make a second video for the week. Hit the like button. Write me a comment. Talk about what you picked up this week. Tell me what's hot for next week that I might not have seen or that I didn't post here. Let me know. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate your views. I appreciate you subscribing, and I appreciate you commenting. I'm always going to be commenting back. Thanks a lot. Take it easy. Have a great weekend. See you next time.